Hello and welcome back to Hexen. This is Game Wolf Plays Hexen. You thought I was done with the game. Well, I'm not. Today I'm playing as the Cleric, the middle man class, the holy man class, the balanced Mario Shota clone. He starts off with this Mace Morningstar thing. I don't know, it's cylindrical. It's unfortunately the worst weapon in the game. Although his last weapon is the best weapon in the game. So I suppose it balances out. Neither good or bad at much, but he has some unique tricks all his own. Another strength he has is that whenever you get the flechettes, you can just drop them and they'll cause poison anything walking into it. Including me dropping on centaurs, which is incredibles, and it would do a lot. The only trouble with that is you have to wait for it to stop, so if nothing's happening but me waiting for the enemies to die in my poison cloud, I'll probably, it could probably be the one time you'd be like, yeah, just fast forward that. Yep, if you hear that sound where it sounds like a dog whimpering, you've got him. They don't always sound like dog whimpering. Like, I don't know how many enemies have the dog whimpering sound. But yeah, it seems like on average to like a fighter punch taking like 3 hits, this takes 6 hits, so it's like twice. Basically, on average, this is twice as much length as it takes to kill someone with a mace as it does with a fist, which I find to be rather unlikely. Fortunately, when you get your next weapon, it'll be very useful. Even if it's not powerful, it is incredibly useful. I'll describe it when we get it. At least with melee, I still don't have to worry about too much, or I don't have to, yeah. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to rely on mana a lot more, because, I don't know, this is just abysmal. Look at this. Fortunately, I'm patient enough to actually let it happen, because these guys are easier than dirt to take care of, but it must be unfortunate for someone speedrunning as a cleric, knowing that they're just going to have to ignore much of the first part of the game. How hilarious is it? It was so hilarious that I had to heal myself. If only. If only he had that kind of power. I don't know if the enemy layout has changed yet, but you should notice some differences. I think I remember the mage's starting layout of enemies being different, like it having more ifrits. I know the cleric tends to fight the most etons of anyone, so that'll be really fucking hilarious. And I know that happens just because he's so shitty at dealing with them. Even though they're the easiest enemy ever, and by the time you have more powerful enemies, you'll do powerful stuff. Now, I'm thinking to myself, oh wait, doesn't that mean I would be reading the intermission cards again? No. No, I don't think so. If you're this far in my playthrough, you don't need me to do that. You get it once for free. That's it. That's also why this is part... That's also why I'd be like, this is why it's part 26. You've gone far enough. You don't need my explanation for how the levels work now. Now you just need to know that I'm a cleric, and you can do this all night long. Clerics all the way. Clerical studies. Some say clerics make the D&D world pretty damn easy. I think you're right. I think no D&D game is complete without a cleric. Or paladin. You need a healer. It cannot be said enough. You need someone with the ability to heal. Now, of course, since you're just by yourself, you're going to have to find a way to heal yourself. Luckily, there is such a way. And that makes it a whole lot better. I guess I'll just talk about it now. So the second weapon is the Serpent Staff, since I'm going to get it next video anyway. It's very cheap to use, and when you use it up close, it heals yourself. So it's kind of vampiric that way. I don't know why the Serpent Staff is a cleric weapon, because it just looks like it's been taken from enemy forces, but maybe he took it from his master or something. It's like, fine, I'm taking your weapon and leaving. But this effectively means that your blue mana bar is like an extra health bar in that way. That's a really good thing. You know, so long as you can keep finding blue mana, that is. Which means the green mana might not get as much use. Unlike the mage, who tends to do better by using a lot more green mana than blue mana. And the fighter who can just use both pretty much interchangeably. With the exception of Hammer's too fucking good, but you know. I don't even know if I care for the cleric's level 3 weapon all that much. Not really? Oh well, he says. Not it'll get cool. Well, at least the monster infighting is still here. I mean, I don't really like using it all that much, because I'm taking too much time fighting the enemy to be like, yeah, no. You want me to wait for them to kill each other? That's going to take much longer than me killing them. Better just let me handle it so they're dead now, and so more don't spawn later. Although that raises an interesting question. If monsters that respawn to a particular area keep, like, hitting each other, you just have an endless... Yeah, that's a way to deal with monster respawn. You just have endless monster infighting, right? Yes. I'm happy to report that my dentist appointment went extremely well. I mean, it was kind of shaky because, ow, it kind of sucks in the middle, but then it does, the ow pretty much stopped the following day, so I'm doing great. I'm doing great, actually. Whack the bell with your mace. Wax on, wax off. Did you know you can look down? Yeah, I can do that. It's weird because a lot like in Heretic, it does help look up and down, but you don't technically have to do that ever. That's why I haven't really used mouse look in these. Unless it's a source port. It's kind of like the mouse look restriction is based upon how the graphics look, or are rendered rather, you know, with the ray tracing. That's my next idea for a character. Ray tracer. Although, what is it about ray tracing and suddenly being new? I think ray tracing is a lot like virtual reality, and we already thought of the idea 30 years ago and are trying it again as if it was a brand new thing. It's not. It's really fucking not. Never mind how long we've been having 3D goggling things. It's longer than the 1980s, I can tell you that. As long as we have those magic eye books and shit, it's been going on for a very long time. Clerical catastrophe is clericy. Do 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 do